The old radio station stood like a skeletal sentinel, its abandoned broadcast tower looming over the desolate streets like a specter. The once vibrant signs now hung crookedly, creaking in the faint breeze like a mournful sigh. A chill ran down the spines of passers-by as they caught glimpses of the dilapidated building through the rusted gates. Dust-coated windows reflected the fading light of day like a maze of broken mirrors, as if the very soul of the station had been shattered and scattered to the winds. Vines had claimed the entrance, crawling like skeletal fingers up the crumbling walls to ensnare the decaying door. The wind carried the faint whispers of a forgotten past, echoing through the vacant halls. Crumbling steps led to a creaking entrance, where an old door hung from its hinges like a mournful mouth, yawning open to reveal a dark and foreboding interior. Cobwebs clung to the walls like ghostly fingers, their wispy tendrils dancing in the faint breeze. A shiver coursed through the air, hinting at the dark secrets that lay hidden within. Locals avoided the place, whispering tales of strange noises and unexplained occurrences. The sound of distant static would sometimes bleed from the abandoned studio, like a mournful cry from beyond the grave. Some claimed to have seen shadowy figures flitting around the perimeter, their whispers carried on the wind. At night, the creaking of the old building seemed to take on a rhythmic quality, like a madman's Morse code. As the darkness deepened, the shadows themselves seemed to twist and writhe, as if alive. Windows flickered with an otherworldly light, like candle flames dancing in the darkness. I stood outside the entrance, my heart pounding in time with the creaking of the old building. The wind howled through the gates, threatening to rip the doors from their hinges. As I hesitated, the darkness seemed to coalesce into a presence, watching me from the shadows. My flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls as I stepped into the abandoned studio. A chill ran down my spine as I heard the faint whisper of a voice on the static-filled airwaves. It was a message, a warning, or a summons, I couldn't quite tell. I fumbled for the equipment, trying to coax a signal from the dead broadcast tower. The static cleared, and a voice spoke, its words dripping with malevolence. I froze, my heart racing with terror, as the voice began to speak, its words echoing through the empty halls. The voice told a story of madness and despair, of a dark presence that lurked in the shadows, waiting to snuff out the light. As the words dripped like poison into my mind, I felt myself being drawn into the abyss, trapped in a world of eternal darkness. The voice laughed, a sound that sent shivers coursing through my very being. I stumbled backward, tripping over my own feet as I desperately sought escape. But it was too late, the voice had claimed me, drawing me into the heart of the darkness. And then, the lights went out, plunging me into total darkness. I stumbled through the blackness, desperate to escape the clutches of the malevolent presence. But as I stumbled, my foot caught on something, a cord, a wire, a life support system. My heart sank as I realized the horrifying truth. I was the broadcaster, the voice on the airwaves. I was the one who had been broadcasting from this very building, my mind consumed by the darkness, my voice a constant scream into the void. The static had been my own sanity, slowly unraveling as I succumbed to the madness that lurked within these walls.